Alright, I'm going to make a quick recording here about calculator. Okay, I have an image here. I'm putting it on the screen. You can see it. Now, I want to know if 2AAA920 is the beginning of a sector. Okay, I don't know if it is or not. So how are we going to figure that out? Well, I'm going to show you how to figure that out. Let me get Mr. Calculator over here. In class the other night, I showed you, but it kind of didn't work right because it rounded. I'm going to show you how to fix that. Okay, so I'm going to put in that address as a hexadecimal address. I'm putting this address right there. So 2AAA920. Okay, now I'm going to put it in decimal. I want to convert it to decimal. Then I'm going to copy it just so I can have it. Okay, now if I was to take that and divide, remember we talked about how a sector is 200 hex or 512 decimal. So if I took that number and divided by 512, it gives me an even number. So you're like, sweet, that's the beginning of a sector. Well, it's not. Okay. What you need to do is once you get that number, which was that number, once you get that number, copy it. Just do edit copy, then view scientific, then paste it back in. Okay. Then divide it by 512, and you'll see it's actually a decimal number. Since it is, with a decimal place at the end. Since it has a decimal point, and numbers at the end here, it's not an even number, so it is not a sector, the end of a sector. So how do I find out what the end of the sector is? Well, if I was to take 87380, see that's the sector plus that's a little part of another one. So I'm just going to type 87380, 87380. So I got rid of the decimal. Then I'm going to multiply it times 512. Times 512. That gives me a very large number. Now I'm going to copy this and watch what happens. I'm going to go back to the programmer and paste that number back in. Now I'm going to convert that to hex. Okay? Now remember, before we had 2AAA920. Now we have 2AAA800. So what that did is that told me that the beginning of the sector is actually, let me move this calculator out of the way for a second. The beginning of the sector is actually right there. Okay? But what if I want to find the next sector? Well, you take that and add 200 to it. So I'm going to say plus 200. And there it is. And you want to know, is that divisible? Is it the sector beginning? Easy way to do it, convert it back to decimal, edit copy, go to scientific, paste. Then if it's a sector, you should be able to divide by 512, and it should be an even number, and it is. So that's how. So we know I'm going to multiply times 512. That's what the number was. I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to go back to the programmer mode, paste it again, then convert it back to hex. So remember, 2AAA800 is the sector beginning. Then 2AAA00 is the next one. So if I was to scroll down, if I'm going to select this sector, I'm going to go from there all the way till there. That is an entire sector right there. And you can actually count the lines if you wanted to, because this does move here, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is an entire sector. So it's actually 16 columns, 16 rows. Now I was able to show you how to determine if it was the beginning of a sector or not. And just take this number, convert it to decimal, get out of programmer mode in the Windows calculator, and then see if it's an even number. You can also use, there's a decimal to binary to hex converter here. But, Alright, so that should answer the calculator question and how to find the beginning and ending of a sector.